for a couple of years after that. Phenomenal timing, if you think back about 15 years ago, to go into trading right before the start of the global financial crisis. And during that time, I enjoyed trading, but I saw the writing on the wall in terms of, where the trading job market was going, which, obviously had a couple tough years there through the late 2000, single digits and into the early 2010s. So I decided it was a good time to go back to business school, got my MBA at, a top 20 MBA program, not, one of the top 3 or 4, but with a definite eye into going into banking. Banking, from my perspective at the time, gave such a wider skill set and a transferable skill set and the corporate training to go get many different types of jobs. So everyone agrees that traders, you need to be smart, you need to be analytical, you need to have a great attention to detail, you need to be good under pressure. But, I didn't even know what EBITDA was at the time.
Yeah.
And it's hard to convince a corporate finance department or an M&A boutique or anyone to hire you, with a trading background if you don't even know the basics of accounting or corporate finance or modeling or stuff like that.
Fair.
So, the idea of going back to business school is to get into banking and then leverage that skill set that you learn both in business school and then with a couple of years of banking to get onto, something, that I found more interesting than the day-to-day transaction activity of banking, which, eventually will be hopefully the buy side somewhere in a private markets type role or in corporate development at a firm that's doing a lot of, M&A and you're really driving value, for one of your clients most of the time. So that's been the goal. I started out of MBA at a middle market bank. I called middle tier, mostly because that firm was one of the only firms that was consistently hiring through the financial crisis. Lots of European banks were cutting people, a lot of US banks were cutting people or not even having, MBA interns or full classes come in. So finding somewhere that was stable was very important, and finding somewhere that had a good financial institutions group was very important because I wanted to leverage the kind of 4 years I had on a trading desk and understanding that whole ecosystem into my banking career. So that 4 years I spent trading or 5 years I spent trading wouldn't completely go to waste because I would go cover financial institutions clients